Hi everybody, welcome to Friday with Fiona, and I just wanted to show you what we're working on today. So this is the brand new annual catalogue which just went live this month, and on page 86 and 87 we've got these dies. You've already seen me use them once. I used the party banner dies to make a card base, which I've now given away, so I can't share it with you, and these gorgeous alphabet dies. But what we're going to do is we're going to make these boxes. I made them for my stepson, whose birthday is today. It's a big birthday, and we phoned him this morning and he got them, and I spelt out his name, Phil, and filled them with his favourite sweets. So yeah, and he liked them and he got it. I did make the mistake when I was packing them up. There went two in each package, and I was putting the second one in and I realized I had a P and an L, so they were out of order, but he worked it out, so that's great. And he thought they were fun, so that's good. So these are the dies. As you can see, they are quite large. I've got 4 packs to get them all in on my magnetic sheets, and I'm thinking, what letter am I going to do today? And I'm doing it in pink, so maybe not my husband. Who can I do it for? Let's do it for my mum, and we'll put an A on there. Okay. And also, one of my granddaughters is 18 in July, and I'm planning to do her name. Unfortunately, it's quite a long name, so she'll be getting... Well, I don't know what she's getting there. I'll have to think about what to put in there. I might get lots of different things, and we did that for her sister's 18th a couple of years ago, and got her lots of little things, and then gave her a big check. So she was very grateful for that. So what you need is you need whatever you're going to do your card base in. I got this ready because that's her favourite colour. That's Timid Tiger. So she's going to be getting 7 boxes in that colour, which she will just love. So the card that you need for the box base is 7 1/16. No, sorry, 7 7/16 by 7 7/16, and it's in inches, I'm afraid, because it's come from America. So I don't want to try converting it because it'll go all out. And then you can use a 6x6 piece of designer paper, or cut whatever you wanted down to 6x6, and that will be your lid. So first of all, I'm going to do my scoring, and then I will do my die cutting. Okay, so I'm going to take my embossing tool extension on my pick tool, and 7 and 2 4. This is 8, so it doesn't show. On my trimmer it does show. So I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch and 2 inches on all 4 sides. Now normally I use my combined trimmer and scoring tool, but I found when I'm making 3D projects, if you don't line it up exactly where you did the other ones, then it can be slightly out of sync. So I just think it's probably easier to use my scoring tool for that. But you can obviously do whatever works best for you. 2 1/2 and 2, and the last one 1/2 and 2. Okay, so I don't know if you can see you see the score lines there? I don't think you can actually. There we go. So that's my base. I've also got a piece of window sheet which is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and that's to go behind where we're putting the initial. So I'm going to take my bit of designer series paper. Now obviously, as this is DSP, I'm going to not press quite so hard as I did with the other one, and I'm going to be scoring it 1/4 and 1 1/4. Again, on all 4 sides. So 1/4, 1 1/4. So I think I can put my scoring tool away now. And what I need to do now is take my initial and work out where I want it to be. So I'm just going to fold. I will fold them much better when I'm actually going to start cutting. But I just want to work out where I want my die to go, because I want it to be centralized. And get my post-it tape. That looks about right there. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to quickly, I'm opening the paper out, and I'm going to just quickly whip it through my large embossing, cut and emboss machine. You don't want to look at that circle, so put that there. Okay, it's not my mum's birthday till September, so might have to think up a reason to send her a little treat. Actually, she's been having some hospital tests, so maybe just to cheer her up. Problem is her tastes are very expensive. She likes what does she like? Oh, Fortnum and Mason truffles. Yeah, caramel. What are they called? Caramel, salted caramel. Now I'm going to keep that bit because I'm not sure if I'm going to need to put that in the A. On the P that I didn't put the little bit in the middle, and I wasn't sure afterwards whether I should have done or not. So let me just pop the die to safety, because I don't want, it would help if I took the A out. And it's great because you can then use the letters. What I did for my stepson, I actually then made a gift tag which spelt his name out, so he got a double whammy, so to speak. But he was thrilled, and that's the main thing. If it brings a bit of joy to someone, that's what I'm all about. Now, type of glue. So I tend to use green glue. I'm going to need to get a new one. You can use tear and tape or Seal Plus. You need something that's pretty strong. So I think I will get a new green glue, because that one's pretty empty. I'm getting a bit low, so I might need to order some in June. That's better. It's already coming out, and I'm going to get my pegs ready. I find that when you're making 3D items, having pegs is. These are old Stampin' Up ones, which someone was selling on eBay, I think, or might have been one of the Facebook groups. So 2, 4, 6, 8 for the 4 corners. Okay, so now I'm going to go round with my bone folder. My brain is on overload at the moment. We had a delivery yesterday, and I said, and when they knocked at the door, I said, "Who's that?" And my husband said, "It's Amazon." I'd completely forgotten that we'd ordered some stuff from Amazon. It was being delivered. I said, "It's a good job you've got a good memory, despite his stroke." And he said, "I've got too many things going on in my brain," and I think maybe he's right. Okay, so that's the 2-inch one done, and then the 1/4 inch is going to be a little tricky because it's not very big, but we want to have a nice crease. And the reason we do this is just to make it a nice tidy edge to the box, and it hides the corners inside of where you've done your gluing. So you don't have to do this bit, but it does give it a nice finish. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper snips, and it might help if I put my glasses on. I use the Eiffel Tower today. Here is a box I made earlier, but I didn't do the initial. So it's quite a decent size. Right, let's go with the snipping. So it's very easy. I'm going to do the up to the second score line, going up and down. I have made the mistake already a couple of times. I've cut the wrong bit off, so you need to be very careful when you're. I'm gonna cut all 4 snips. Sorry, all 4 lines with my snips, and then I'm going to cut these edges off. And I'm just angling that. It just makes it easier to stick down. Okay. This is quite easy using designer series paper. I did cardstock before, and it was a lot harder to cut, obviously, because it's thicker. So there's not a lot of cutting. It's just cutting the excess bits off the tabs, and then up to the score line to get your tabs. Right, I've done 1, 2, 2.5 sides. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's check. 1. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to glue this top bit down first. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I made the mistake the first time I did it. I'm not going to do that. That's the last thing I do. Let's get that glue off. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the base. And I'm going to put my lid back on my glue. Do the base first. So exactly the same. I'm cutting up my score line. And in case you've never used them before, these paper snips, they are the best scissors I have ever used. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And they're made, you can use them whether you're left or right-handed, because I believe our chair, Shelley, I believe she's left-handed. She jointly started the company with her sister. And they are so sharp, fabulous. You just need to be careful with them. There we go. That's. This is what takes all the time. It's just the cutting. You could use your trimmer, but I find it more fiddly, and I'm more likely to make a mistake. See, I nearly cut up the wrong place then. So let's go up here. I should have done what I did with the lid and cut all the tabs first. It's the last one. That's not straight. And then I'm going to cut a sliver off each tab, and it just makes it a little bit easier for gluing them in the right place so they don't overlap. Oops. You can obviously do this in any colour. For my stepson, he had 4 letters, and I did 2 bases in his football team colours and 2 bases in his company colours that he works for, which is also a Formula 1 team that he supports. Right, now I'm going to go around with my bone folder and make sure I've got a nice crease everywhere. These are 1/2 inch, so they're a little bit easier. So I've got a bit of sticking out there, so I will go over that in a minute. Yep, there we go. It should be okay. Okay, so this is where I'm going to need my pegs. So I'm going to pop glue. Whoa, this is really, I've been struggling to get it out of the other one, and then this is so, right, that's fine. Do one at a time. Get the really lined up there. I'm going to fold that over. One there. And one there. I'm going to do this one. Whoa. So I don't know what's going on with the weather. It's been half term this week, and the poor kids, well, we do need it, the rain. We've had rain, we've had cold temperatures. The other day we went out to the shops, and like it said, it was, I don't know, 12 degrees, feels like 9, and it did. So it'd be nice to get some warmer temperature. I think they're coming in the next few days, hopefully. Let's get that one in there. Okay, so I can leave that to one side to dry, and we'll do the lid. So I just need to get some more pegs. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to snip the tab a little bit. I did that one a bit. There we go. Sorry for all the clanking. Right, let's... So I'm just lining the edges up. And then the same at this end. And then the window sheet is going to go in there. So I'm just putting a thin strip, sorry, didn't realise I was off screen, just putting a thin strip on all four sides. And then I'm going to pop that in there. When that dries, you shouldn't really be able to see it, I don't think. It dries clear. Green glue's great. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put that to the side and let that dry. And then we've just got to do the, and you'll see what I mean. So if you didn't have these folded over bits, you'd just have like a raw edge. But we do have the folded over bits. So I'm just going to glue those down now. And I will use my pegs again. These pegs are brilliant. Gosh, that's a bit too much. That can go on another one. A little bit of green glow goes a long way if you don't use it, if you haven't used it before. And it gives you a few seconds if you need to reposition things. It's a decent size box. So a final measurement is, let me tell you, 2 inches, no, 1.5 inch deep and 3.5 inches wide. So you can get, I mean, I got, they were packets of squashies, the sweets, and I squished them down and the lid kind of was a little bit raised, but on the whole it was okay. So you know, it's a decent size for little gifts and things, some jewelry. You probably can get some socks in here. Right, so that's our box. Really lovely, really nice finish there with the edges of the box. Okay, so moving back to our lid. Oh, my peg's stuck. So just the same thing, I just need to go around the edges. My window sheet should be well and truly stuck now. Okay. And the other thing is that this holds the the joins together as well. Now this is DSP, so I really don't need a lot of glue. I just thought I've got some earrings, I think, going here as a gift. Okay, so I think we're all done with the gluing. Get rid of the excess pegs, give that a few minutes to dry. Now, I did have some earrings, let's see if they would fit in a bit of tissue paper. They would fit in. So let's take these off. I'm going to go over with my bum folder just to give it a good finish. Oh, there are a couple of things I forgot to tell you. So today is the last day of the May starter kit offer, which is choose £170 worth of products for £99. Now, come on. And that's one thing. What's the other thing? Yep. So, yep. Choose the £170 worth of product, anything you want, and for £99, and it includes free shipping. So that's literally all you pay is £99. Now, what do you think? Leave it like that. I think maybe I do need to put that in there to make it definitely an A. I think I'm going to use a glue dot though, rather than green glue, because that could be a bit messy. Where is, I tell you what, I'm going to get my die out and I'm going to position it exactly where it should be on the die. Oops, that didn't work. It's the glue dot is sticking to the die, not to the window sheet. There we go. That's definitely an A now. So there you go. That's how to make an initial box using the party alphabet dies. Now, they are a bit of an investment, but you will also earn 10% stamping rewards on them to get to put towards your next shop. And last time I did make a couple of, well, not last time, a couple of weeks ago, I did make these cards. So I similarly I die cut out of my designer series paper, and then I used it to make a second card. But you can also do the eclipse technique, which is you die cut it out, you put it back in, but it's raised. So I love that. I might actually do Jessica's birthday card using that technique. So yeah, so today is the last day for the fantastic starter kit offer. And also, if you spend £25, well, when you spend £25 in my online store between now and Tuesday midnight, that's the 3rd of June, then I will send you everything you need to make 2 of these. So I'll send you the base and the lid scored, not cut, but scored, and I will do the initials of your choice, so either your initials or somebody else's. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am going to make loads of these, so have fun, and I hope you can join me next Friday when I will be doing, I can't remember what, but have a lovely weekend. Thanks.